Hello everyone, welcome to another very quick Gran Turismo 7 update 1.25 video. In this one we're going to look at something that has gone undocumented in the patch notes, but there has definitely been an improvement to the rolling starts in Daily Race B and C this week. Daily Race C is Group 3 at Laguna Seca. We're looking at how spread out the cars are at version 1.24 before the update. The big gaps between all the cars going all the way from P1 all the way up to P16. Now the rolling starts have long been a bit of a bane of contention for the player base. They seem to spread the cars out way too much, kind of makes lap 1 almost boring because you're nowhere near another car. You lose that kind of excitement of turn 1 and the battling that can come from it. So it's long been something that players have been asking to be improved, and it looks like they've maybe listened a little bit for this new update. Coming here down towards the back of the grid now, and you can see that the field stretches all the way from the turn-in point at turn 1 all the way to just after the exit of turn or the last corner. So the whole length of the pit straight there separating P1 and P16, which, as I said, could lead to a very stale and static lap 1. Sometimes a very stale and static race altogether. Looking at version 1.25, it is clear to see the difference that the improvements have made. The cars are much closer together, and I can attest to having driven these rolling starts from the back of the grid 8 or 9 times since the update, that the action over the course of lap 1 and generally over the race is much closer. There's much more excitement, and it's definitely a very positive change. Still a big gap there, not entirely sure why that's happened. Looks like the last 5 cars here, or maybe the last 4 cars have maybe been isolated just a little bit. That's us there in the Mustang, in the Iron Brew liveried Mustang. You can see how much further forward we are on the start finish straight in version 1.25 compared to 1.24. If we take a look at exactly what that means in the numbers, this is us on board with that Mustang coming out of the last corner. We're in control of the car here, we're about to cross the start finish line. We'll get that delta up on the screen. Now we can't really measure it properly until we get down to the braking zone at turn 1 because it continues to come down, but it's now down to about 7.5 seconds between P1 and P16. I don't have any footage of it, but previously in version 1.24, before this improvement, that gap was more like 13 seconds from P1 to P16. So almost 100% improvement. There's definitely more improvements they can make to these rolling starts. If you look at the custom race rolling start, you can see how much closer the cars are here. This is obviously 20 cars. We've seen from previous FIA events, live tour events, that they have a vast array of options for the rolling starts, so they can definitely maybe even get that gap down to 4 seconds between first and last. That's what I would like to see ideally. It just makes that lap 1 a lot more special, a lot more action going on. Obviously a lot more potential for disaster as well. Again, if you've seen how tight the field was in my latest live stream, you can see that we ran into trouble on a lot more occasions than I would have liked to. But yeah, credit where credit's due to PD. This is an improvement. It has gone undocumented. I've not seen too many people talking about it, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Please hit the like button, please hit that subscribe button, and I shall catch you on the next one. Goodbye now.